Hello. You know, when I was setting this whole thing up, I'm not gonna lie, I thought that the thumbnail would be a little bit better quality. I'm gonna be honest. But, alas, when you take a picture in this game, what I guess happens is the file's too large for you to make it a thumbnail in OBS. Or maybe it's a YouTube problem. I don't know. I upload all my live streams through OBS, so yeah, it's too large of a file. So what I ended up doing was taking the picture, then taking a screenshot, and then using that as the thumbnail. And it did not work out pixelation-wise. I think it looked fine in the preview, and when you clicked on the stream, it didn't look all that great. What the heck? You know, I just made a coffee, but what on earth? There's like dust all over my mug. I will not be drinking this. What on earth happened here? Well, dang, I think that was my last Keurig pod, and I don't really feel like making a shot. Ew. Well, that's unfortunate. Be right back. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh well. Dang, that's bumming. Well, oh well. Well, welcome to, I don't know how to pronounce it, to be honest. Gogh? I'm pretty sure it's Gogh. Oh, and this is not a scheduled stream. These Gogh streams probably usually won't be scheduled. However, this was always something that I wanted to do. I just wanted to kind of stream while I worked. I like to think I work pretty good in a group. Right, so like I'll have friends over my place. I work remote. I work remote with my friend. Sometimes he'll come over, and we'll work together. That way, you know, it's not like we're by our lonesome. But I've been struggling to get on task lately. I feel like there's been a lot of distractions. I've been traveling quite a bit, so it's not really that I can help with that. So I figured, why not kill two birds with one stone? Get a stream in and do some work. So with that said, I'll still be reading chat, but probably a little bit slower than usual once I get like into things. This game's pretty cool and what you can do. You know, we're probably gonna end up setting a timer for like, I don't know, 10 minutes at a time. You can run 5-minute breaks in there. This is the Pomodoro. You can just run a regular countdown too. Which, let's do 10 minutes, yeah? I don't know where the rooster sound comes from, but I don't know. I've got a to-do list here of things that I need to do. It's not very long. I don't plan for this stream to be very long. But I want to do some writing. I feel like I've been slacking on that. I have not been hitting my 500 words a day that I set for my New Year's resolution over the past 2 weeks or so. Again, was traveling for work, business trip, not the best time. But still, I would have liked to have kept it up. So I got to write, and it's more just like fun stuff. I want to draw. I got to clear my text messages. They're starting to pile up again. That was another personal New Year's resolution that's probably not going the best. And then I have a thumbnail that I want to make for an upcoming video. I won't show you guys any of this. You can just chill with me. When you stop the timer, he gives you a good job. But yeah. Figured we'd just work today. I understand that this might not be everybody's cup of tea when it comes to like what kind of content they want to consume or what they watch me for, but that's why I didn't schedule it. That's why I really didn't make a big deal out of it and telling you when it was coming up. If you're here, if it's your thing, awesome, you know. If you're a VOD watcher, hi VOD watcher. Sorry for breaking the fourth wall there. I am going to test the volume with my microphone real quick, if you'll forgive me. I am going to test the volume with my microphone real quick, if you'll forgive me. That sounds pretty good, right? Now, to be fair, I think I could probably go with lessening the volume on this guy by maybe about 5 decibels, and then we're good. Or not decibels, I should say like percent or whatever. I had it at half volume, now I got it at 45. Honestly, let's go to 40. Let's go to 40 and then pause it one more time for a mic check. Let's go to 40 and then pause it one more time. Oh, that's good. I think that's good. I always like to have my microphone noticeably louder than the background music. At least from a viewer perspective, I think it's a little bit better. But I also have a hard time figuring out what the right volume is. I released a YouTube video. You can see it in the corner here. I threw it on the TV. My first VTuber touches grass video. And there's background music in it, but I realized after I uploaded it, it was kind of quiet. I probably could have made it a little louder, but I'm always torn on how loud I want to make the background music. And I'm sure that there's some sort of scientifically correct way to do it. I just don't know what it is. I'll figure it out. It all comes. But as long as you can hear me and you can hear the background music, listen, that's good enough for me. I got 500 subscribers. This is not a professional environment. I don't know however many subscribers I end up with if this would ever be a professional environment. I don't know if I have it in me. I spend my 9 to 5 in a professional environment. I think I'm gonna start with writing just a little bit, just to get the ball rolling. You know, I tried to make it so you guys could hear my keyboard too, if you're into like typing ASMR. I don't have a super nice sounding keyboard, but I don't know, some people are into it. I'm indifferent. You guys can't see my screen, right? No, okay. You can actually add a setting on these monitors. I'm gonna say this one thing and then I'm gonna get to work. You can add a setting on these monitors, and apparently it can just play whatever is in OBS. So like I could play my stream on one of these monitors and like still have my tracking avatar on and everything. I figured that would be a little too distracting, not for y'all, but for me. We are 8 minutes into the stream and I have yapped a bunch and I have not typed a single word or drawn a single thing or done a single thing on my to-do list. So, I don't know if that's a good idea for me. I'm also really not trying to work my voice on this stream. So, apologies if I'm a little quieter. I tried to adjust the volume to account for it, but I don't know how well it's coming across. Oh, you know what? I should set the timer. Oh, the timer's set. Oh, we're live. Nope. All right, I'll keep all this stuff on then. It probably makes it a little easier to follow along. just reading a little article on something. It's related to my task, so this counts as work. I'm writing right now. I'm writing my web novel. But since I take a lot of inspiration from like Greek mythology and just a lot of other ancient stuff, I find myself reading a lot so that I can portray it as best I can, which is nice. But sometimes it's easy to trick yourself into thinking that reading is good enough for writing, and it's not the case, right? If you want to pull from history, if you want to pull from other ideas, the research can't really be a part of the writing, or you just find yourself doing all the research and nothing gets written. I've backed myself into that corner quite a bit. Interesting. Huh. Oh, 10 minutes is up. That was quick. To be fair, I don't think I wrote all that much. I think I wrote 89 words. How about it? 89. I think it's still fine. Give ourselves a little break. That was some hard work in the weekend. It's enough research, though. I'm singing along like I actually know what these songs are. I don't. It's just whatever lo-fi the game puts on. This game has a streamer mode, which is pretty cool. So all the songs that you're listening to are copyright free. I got really excited. They released a Miku DLC for this game, and it has a bunch of the songs from the Study with Miku lo-fi YouTube videos, but it's unfortunately not for streamer mode, so they are still copyrighted, and you cannot use them on stream. Unlucky, because I was really excited. I really wanted to. I mean, I listen to that stuff when I'm working off stream, so if I could have done it on stream, it would have been ideal. Hey, Driel, how's it going? Welcome in. It's going good. It's going good. I hope you had a good weekend. I just got back from traveling, so I'm tired. I'm trying to catch up. Hence the chill work stream today. If you have anything you need to get done, you're more than welcome to join me. This is mostly us. Not to like talk myself down. It's mostly a second monitor stream though today. Really, I mean, I feel like all my stream. Listen, I don't delude myself into thinking I'm not second monitor content. Come on. Oh, okay. Another 10 on the clock. Run it. Right now, I'm just doing like 10-minute work intervals. Working for 10, breaking for like 3 to 5 minutes. Right now I'm writing, but I do have other things I want to do, as you can see on my to-do list. I'd like to hit my 500 words though. The worst time for me to do my errands right now. I'm just waiting for a train since I'll be traveling. Well, that's exciting. That's very exciting. I hope you're going somewhere fun. I can't really do much else. No worries. No worries. I hope you're going somewhere fun. You know, I was on this business trip. I was gonna go into more detail, and then I decided I wasn't going to. I actually flew out to this business trip a couple days early. And the reason I did it was because I wanted to do my own thing for a couple days. So I put myself up in a hotel room, and I was gonna film a bunch of stuff for a YouTube video. I was gonna do another travel blog for it. And unfortunately, I have all the stuff, and I could make a video. I unfortunately just didn't have that much fun on the trip. I didn't really like the city that I visited all that much, which is very rare for me. I usually have a really good time when I travel. But there are parts of the city that just didn't sit well with me. I just didn't have a very good time. I mean, I did fun things. Don't get me wrong. I did fun things, but my overall time, I just didn't really enjoy it that much. And it feels kind of weird to go edit a travel video for a trip that you didn't end up enjoying. So I think I'll just chalk that one up as an L. I did some things that made the trip worth it. But no, I don't think I'll be turning this recent trip into a video as much as I wanted to, because then I would have had one. I would have had a travel blog in April, and then I have one planned for May as well. The May one might end up coming out in June. I'm taking a trip in May. Super excited. That I think some people will be very interested in. I don't know. I think it's cool. It's on the nerdier side rather than the snowboard side this time. But I might not be able to get it out until June because my May is very busy. It's wedding season. Now last year wedding season was crazy for me, but this year I think I've only got one wedding I need to go to. Not need to go to. It's my two friends. I'm very excited to go. But I mean, like when you have like 4 weddings or 5 weddings in a summer because everyone in your life gets married in the same year, it can get a little stressful. I'm actually writing a pretty serious scene, so the calm lo-fi in the back is a little odd. Not gonna lie. But that's okay. Might take my headphones out. I don't know. Sometimes I really vibe with it, and sometimes it throws me off a little bit. Yo, what is? Sorry, my mind is blanking here. It's your sight, you know, your sight, your taste, your hearing, senses, the 5 senses. I could not for the life of me remember what it was called. Well, even though we don't have a coffee, lemon LaCroix today, and then I just have a regular water as well. Ugh. Posture check. We're gonna throw a posture check in on every one of these 10 minutes here. I'll put that thing. Okay, that's a pretty good stopping point for now. Nice. Mostly because there's just other things that I wanted to do. All right. We are good on right. Draw. Oh, you know what? We should get working on this thumbnail. Not that the video still needs to be edited, but I find myself doing the thumbnail last minute because I always forget about it. So I'm trying to be a little bit more proactive for this video. I hate when browsers ask, and this is me being picky. I hate when browsers ask me if I want to set them as the default browser. I don't have any browser set as my default browser, and every time I open one, Chrome, Firefox, if I ever have to open Microsoft Edge for whatever reason, all of those always are like, oh, here, did you know you don't have a default browser set? You should set us as your default browser. And I'm like, no. Every time I say no, but there's no like never ask again button. I don't want a default browser. How long did it take to get gogh set up? Oh, not long at all. Not long at all. So you can start a room from scratch. I will eventually build one. I want to build, I don't know if it's possible. I want to try and build like a little coffee shop. I thought that would be fun, but I actually just bought this game today. And it comes with a bunch of like preset rooms. So the one you're seeing now is just a preset room, and then there's stuff that you can obviously import and make your own. So that's what I'm using today, but I would, when I have more time, like to set up a custom room. Oh, look, I think a little coffee shop would be cool. It would be on brand. But it's very easy to set up. I mean, they have default rooms. You can get it going like immediately. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. You get this little guy here, and I guess the more like tasks you do and the longer you spend working, the more he grows. And he grows from this into like, I wonder if I can see. I know what it looks like because I've seen others and they show you when you download the game. I guess they don't, but it eventually grows into like an adult pet, and then I think you get a new one. Whether you work together or leave it be, it'll grow up eventually. But why not bond during your sessions? Well, how do I do that? I didn't know that was a thing. I can pet him. Oh, that's kind of cool. Press doesn't play favorites. Yeah, I don't play favorites with all these browsers. I got different browsers for different purposes. You know, I got some of it, and this is me being really unorganized, but I got some of my data stored on this browser. I got some of my data stored on this one. I'm logged into these emails for work on this browser. I'm logged into these emails for the VTubing stuff on the other browser. The browsers don't need to mix. Each browser has its own purpose. One's for work, one's for VTubing stuff. And like editing stuff. We don't gotta mix them. But every dang time I open them, they're like, oh, hello. Hello, me again. Mozilla Firefox telling you to be the default browser. No. I like you, Mozilla Firefox, but no. You will not be the default browser. Hello, Citrus. How's it going? Welcome in. I heard an app similar to that I used back in high school. It was super productive, and it basically made a big forest after months of using it. That's really cool. That's really cool. This, I think, has an app as well. I don't know if it's a separate purchase. I don't know if you buy gogh. I gotta be saying it wrong. It's gotta be gogh, right? Gogh. I don't know if you buy gogh on Steam like I did, if you get the mobile version as well. What are we doing? We're just working. We're just working. This is gogh. Or gogh. We're just working. It's going to be a really short stream, like less than 90 minutes. But I just got some stuff that I wanted to do. And I figured I wanted to stream, which is why I didn't schedule it. I know that this isn't probably everybody's cup of tea. These like chill, almost like background noise kind of streams. I like them a lot. I like watching other people, so I wanted to do a couple. But I probably won't usually schedule these. I will probably just do them on a whim. Thumbnail. That's what I was doing. Hope you had a good weekend, Citrus. The rocket that went to the moon? Apollo 11? Yes. July 16th, 1969. I've had a recent fascination with the moon landing. It's actually because another VTuber was talking about it. Sheena from Face Connect she did like a whole presentation on it, and I listened to it in the car on my way to my parents, like a podcast almost. And it's very interesting. It's very interesting. And so I started doing a little digging into it myself, and I was like, this is really cool, man. It's actually, I have an upcoming video that kind of piggybacks off of the moon landing. Not talking about the moon landing itself, but what the video focuses on is like the sense of community and the motivation that came from the moon landing, and whether or not we have that today. I don't think we do. But like when I was talking to my parents who were alive during the moon landing, I asked them, I was like, do you guys remember this? And they were like, oh my gosh, absolutely. Every rocket launch, they would like lug the TVs out so that we could watch it. And I was like, I don't remember anything like that growing up. Like, I don't think my generation really had that. These are probably my favorite streams. I'm gonna add you to my ChillTube to study food playlist. Oh heck yeah! I know. I really like stuff like this. It's nice. It's good. It's good background noise. It helps keep me honest, because then it's like I'm stuck here. I gotta do stuff. I'm in the middle of class and there's nothing productive happening around me. Citrus, pay attention. I know it's also a pretty early stream for me. Make sure you pay attention. Maybe this is the picture I need. Oh, it's a dang WebP file. WebP files are going to be the death of me. I don't know if I've ever hated anything more than I hate a WebP file. Oh my god, it's impossible to save anything off of Google Images nowadays. Even if you're just trying to, like, get it for a sketch reference, bro. Although I'm pretty sure you can still put a WebP file in PureRef, so you can still use it as a reference. But, like, if I wanted to send someone something and it saves as a WebP... Oh, I get so mad. I think I have this rant to Meep about once a week. Because I want to send her something I found. And I try to save it. And it's like, do you want to save it as a WebP file? It's like, no! No, I want to send it to my friend. Let's do this. I have to move some stuff on my desk if I want to draw, though. I'll say it's harder to draw at my desk now that I got this big boom mic, because it's really in the way. I guess I could just scoot my chair over and draw on the end of the desk. I don't know if I want to do digital or pen and paper today. Probably end up doing digital. Well, that looks like garbage. This is what I'm looking for. What you drawing? Right now, I'm like kind of reteaching myself everything. So I'm drawing. Well, I'm not drawing currently. I'm making a thumbnail for a YouTube video. But what am I drawing? I'm just trying to get good at drawing, particularly the face and the hair, and then correct anatomy, because I really want to start drawing poses. I really like drawing. I feel like every time I get really into it, I see a lot of improvement, and then I stop for like 4 months. And so I really, this time, I decided I really want to go all in on getting better, and like really just see how much I can learn if I really go through it. So it's a lot. I'm doing a lot of like anatomy studies and things like that. Do you draw? I know some people in here draw. I took a 3-year hiatus and I forgot literally everything. Isn't that the worst? I wish I could say it's like riding a bike, but it's not. At least I never got good enough to where it was like riding a bike, right? Like I never had the muscle memory ingrained. I always had to think about what I was doing. I know it stinks. You take a break and it's like you're starting from square one. Drawing, at least for me, because I'm not very good at it and I haven't been doing it consistently for a very long time, is something that you gotta like show up for every day. Which makes me admire all the people who were so good at it when we were kids, right? Because there's so many distractions, I feel like, when you're a kid. I mean, there's so many distractions now, but at least now if I'm being distracted by like TikTok, I know that I'm being distracted. But like, dude, there were some people who could draw some dang good stuff in like 6th grade. And I was like, that's pretty impressive. Riding a bike, it's like flying an airplane. There's too much stuff for me to try and remember what to do. I feel that. I really do feel that. I almost feel like you have to just set your mind on one thing for a week. And I guess not like not one thing. Like you don't have to focus on like If you're trying to draw a person, you don't have to learn hair one week and the body the next. I think you can sprinkle in all the different human parts, but like if you're like trying to draw a person, you can't be also mixing it. This is just for me. You know, I'm sure there are a lot of people that can learn like this. I can't be trying to draw a person and then pivot to learning backgrounds and learning how to draw like different objects, because then I lose everything about drawing the person. I've tried. It does not work for me. It does not work. Let's see. I think this is what I want to... How do people make good YouTube thumbnails, man? That's the one thing that I really struggle with, is my thumbnail game is trash. I don't know how people do it. It's very impressive. Like that, it looks like poop. I can create an awesome stick figure, but don't ask me to put any meat on that body. No muscles. He's a lean machine. I drew a lot of stick figures as a kid. I'm surprised that I wasn't a bigger artist when I was a kid. I doodled a lot, but I just ended up, I was the kid whose binder was just covered in stars and his signature. That's all I drew. I can draw a star, like a 5-point star, like nobody's business, man. I must have drawn 10,000 of those things. I can give advice on your thumbnails at the very least. Like, what do people... I'll take any advice you got. I'm just not very good at them. I never know what... I think the problem is I never know what to do for the actual background. Which, judging by these, like, I don't think you have to get anything crazy. I don't know why I overthink it. Like, even looking at my thumbnails, I can tell you right now, it's not good. They're objectively bad thumbnails. Even if the videos themselves perform fine, right? Like, my best performing videos are my debut video, which is literally just a screenshot of me talking, and my Ace Attorney video essay, which is just a picture. See, that one I don't think is a bad thumbnail, though. Now that I'm looking at it, it uses the Ace Attorney background. You can clearly tell that it's the courtroom, right? But then I look at like my New Year's resolution video, and I'm like, what is this background? What am I doing? I don't know. The main thing is you keep reusing the same image. Yeah, and I think I gotta stop that. And it's not that yeah, I think that's part of the problem. Like, for this upcoming video, my face won't be in it at all. So I'm not stressed, like, I won't be on it. Which is maybe why I'm struggling. But no, I think that's definitely a point that I should try to address when I'm making, at least when I'm making content. Like, I look at the advertising video, and it's not a bad thumbnail. It doesn't have me in it, and it's just like blurred televisions and a stop. I don't know. It's not a bad thumbnail, is it? But I look at like other people who do similar content, like video essays, right? And the thumbnails are just so much better. Now, part of that is they can put their face in the thumbnail, and for me to do that is a little bit harder, because if I don't get the drawing like commissioned right, I have to draw it. And so, I don't know, maybe I can talk to Meep. Maybe I'll commission Meep. I tried that one time. Meep said, "You're not paying me," and I said, "Meep, shut up. I'm absolutely paying you." You need a central image, which should be yourself, okay? And then the background, it shouldn't be super complicated. And I think maybe that's where I'm struggling with this one. So maybe I need to do this one I'm working on. The background is really complicated. That's a good point. I don't know. Let's do this. Main thing is you gotta transition from the PNG to a drawing so you can be more expressive. I know. Part of the reason why I want to get good at art, I would love to draw my own thumbnails. I would love to. But I agree. I think that eventually my thumbnail game will need to get upped. Just get Meep to draw the thumbnail and then slide about 50 when they're not looking. That's a really good idea. It's a really good idea. I'll actually see her in a couple months. I'll just slide it in her purse or something. Be like, "Press, what are you taking from my purse?" I'll be like, "Oh, actually." Well, actually. Oh, man. I'm scrolling through my old stuff. Fortnite Crown Jam. I gotta bring that back, man. Okay. Let's see. Like, this is just a white background. Could I just do that? No. I feel about... Okay, this... I'm starting to be sold on the, colored background. That, like, is kind of doing it for me, low-key. Like, what if I did... If I can't figure this out soon, though, I am going to hop to a different task because I don't want to get stuck on this one. You pay her in exposure? Oh, yeah. Not Fears to Fathom, Road to Empress. We never finished Road to Empress, I realized. I'm scrolling through all my previous thumbnails. I'm a little scared to finish that game. I saw that people's channels were getting copyright striked because YouTube thought it was like a movie. And I put it on hold until they get that figured out. But I would like to finish it eventually. Gotta preview it to us and we'll judge you, but then where's the shock factor? It's probably not a bad idea. I need a vertical calendar too. I need to change my content calendar from horizontal to vertical. There's some old stuff in here. All right. Well, I tried on the thumbnail. I can at least say that I attempted it. Did I work on it? Yes. Did I make any progress? Well, I know what not to do. I think that deserves a check off. All right, my messages are next, and then I'll finish with drawing. Let's clear my message. Only 16 unread texts. That's not bad. That's not bad. What's it for? It's for my, I don't know if it'll be the next YouTube video. Probably, though. Yeah, probably the next YouTube video. It's just a video essay, not on the moon landing itself, but like the motivation that stemmed from the moon landing. All right, my parents want to come visit. I should tell them to come visit. I forget what my stream schedule was this week. Not that they can't visit when I stream. Because they usually come during the day for lunch. Let's see. I did get that out, right? Okay, I did. I was going to say if I didn't get it out, I gave everyone permission to roast me for the rest of my life. So I'm glad that I got that out. Wednesday and Friday. Okay. Oh, that was not as nearly as many as I thought. A lot of those were spam texts. I want to do a video essay, but my voice low-key sucks right now since I've been sick the past week. No good. No good. What you got? What were you sick with? A lot of people get sick this time of year. I'm surprised I'm not sick. I usually get sick this time of year. Is this just like a common cold bug, or was it something serious? You know, for anyone looking to draw, I feel like a lot of people already know of this program, but I gotta shout out, it's called Pure Ref, and it is incredible. You can put any file in here, I think even WebP, everyone's favorite, and it puts it in this nice window that you can like play around with, resize the image. It's really cool. You guys can't see it, right? Nope. Okay. Yeah, it's really cool. I really like it. I might be a little farther from my mic. If you need me to speak up or turn the volume down, let me know. Or maybe what's the best way for me to do this? This isn't terrible. Can this chair go higher? It can. Oh, that's big. Oh, we're good. I didn't know the chair could go higher. I had it at its lowest setting. I feel like I'm 8 feet tall. I'm lowering it. I've always wanted to make a series of short poems, or of short stories or poems that are inspired by songs. Ooh, okay. Did you, I don't know if this is like what originally inspired it, but did you listen to the new Auto stuff? I haven't listened yet. I got enough for me. Man, if I wasn't a lefty, this would be so easy. By the way, I'm left-handed. I don't know if we got any left-handed people in here. I don't know if I've ever told anyone that. I'm left-handed, and I feel like it causes me so much dang inconvenience, man. But I love being a lefty. It was great when I played baseball. I've done one for Racing Into the Night by Yoasobi. Great song. And now I'm on DTMF by Bad Bunny. Which song is that? I'm not gonna play it, but oh, I think I know this one. Did they play this one at the Super Bowl? Yeah, I know this one. I was looking at the lyrics. I've got some ideas, but I'm still thinking of lines. Nice, nice. That is really cool. How long do you usually make them? Today is a hair day. I need to practice my hair. I am on a Procreate. I'm a Procreate guy. I used to use Clip Studio Paint. I really like Clip Studio Paint, but ever since I got an iPad, because I had one of those Wacom tablets, Wacom. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it was the one that hooks up to your computer, but it didn't have a screen, and I really wanted one with a screen on it. And I want an iPad too, because I like to read manga on my iPad. iPad, like in the Shonen Jump app and stuff, and it's so much easier on a bigger screen. So I got an iPad, and it's like my Kindle, really. I read on it, but I also draw on it. Appropriate now. Sometimes I will still open Clip Studio Paint. I still have my Wacom tablet, but I'm pretty sure my membership expired in the last couple months. I haven't opened it in a while. Oh, I didn't set my timer. After that, I want to do A Glimpse of Us by Joji. Amazing song. But I don't know what to do for that or what next. I usually do a full page of writing. Nice, nice. That's such a good song. Joji is so talented. So talented. I wish that I could express myself as well as some of like the pro musicians or even like pro anyone really do. Maybe someday. I'm not a good enough like artist, lyricist, writer, or any of that stuff. But maybe one day, you know, my writing will be good like that. Because I think that Joji is extremely, extremely talented. What are we doing here? With hair, I really struggle. I almost think I'm too formulaic when I draw hair. I don't know if that makes sense, but it almost looks too procedure-y. Like it looks like a drawing, which I mean, it's obviously always going to look like a drawing. I guess not always, but I'd really like for it to eventually look more natural. I want to get a dozen songs turned stories done by the end of the school year to show my English teacher. That would be awesome. That's a really good goal. And you're on what? You're on 2 now? Like you're on your second one? Almost, but not quite. Let's do it. Oops. I'm so guilty of trying to draw something and then I still have the eraser on and I have to undo it all. I mean, for me, this looks... I'll say, for me, this looks pretty good. Oh! Alright. Oops, sorry about that. That's the lefty in me coming through here. I hit my, what do you call it? Pop filter. This doesn't look right. Eventually I'd like to do like drawing on stream. But I don't know if I'm good enough yet. I mean, you could always learn on the fly. Which I do think is interesting. I think watching someone learn anything can be pretty interesting, but I'd like to at least be somewhat decent. There's still so much that I have to learn. That's exciting, though. There is some part of me that does get excited when I start something new and I'm really bad at it. Streaming, for example. But drawing's another one, and drawing to me has always kind of felt like the Goliath. Because it seems like every time, like I said, every time I start to get decent, for whatever reason, I like stop. And so it's always been this mountain that I can't overcome. Would be drawing well. And I'd like to overcome it. On top of struggling with drawing hair, I also find myself, not that I'm worried about it right now, but I do find myself struggling with coloring as well. And I've never been very good at coloring and like shading. I feel like that is what really, like, I feel like good shading and good coloring can bring like line art to life that maybe isn't perfect. So I feel like it could be really beneficial if I get good at coloring. But I also don't want to use it as a means to like hide my mistakes either. Because, you know, you'll be able to tell. You can try and cut corners all you want, but someone's going to be able to tell. And I don't like cutting corners. But it's still an important skill, I think, to get good at. If you want to do digital art, that is. Oh, that's why. The eraser doesn't need an opacity all the time, but my hand always hits it. Again, lefty problems, man. I wish I could flip-flop this UI. I know I could just like turn the iPad upside down, but it doesn't really work. Can I move this? No, not at least that I can tell. I want to get good at drawing hands, then at least I can pretend that I know how to do art. Man, hands are the death of me. They are so difficult. The amount of characters that I've drawn in the past and just left off their hands, or you do the classic, you know the classic, you draw the pose with the hands behind their back so you don't have to draw it. You know what I'm talking about? Hands are so hard. When I was deep in my last art run, I would message Meep all the time, just randomly out of the blue, and I would just be like, I hate hands. And she's like, what? And I'm like, oh, drawing hands. Like, I guess normal hands are fine. But like, dude, it's hard. It's hard. There's a couple really good videos. Let me see. I actually want to learn how to draw hands. There's one video that I found that was really helpful. And I can't remember the channel name, and I really hope I can find it. I think it was someone from China. I think Chomeng. Yeah, I'll, Booking.com advertisement. Okay, this sounds not on. We're good. Hands behind their back. Hands in the hoodies. Yup, in the pockets. Oh, yeah, you know. You know. I could draw decent hands, but only the hands, never with anything else attached. Citrus, I feel like there are a lot of people who would trade places with you, who can't draw hands but can draw everything else. To know how to draw hands, I'm so jealous. Yeah, I thought this was a pretty good video. I hope this is gonna paste to the right place. Oh, Ozempic ad. Golly. Chomang. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But if this is the video, and I think it is, it does a really good job at walking you through how to do it by drawing boxes. And it's so hard, right? Because you see, like, at least me, like, being a VTuber fan, I'm always looking at, like, the art tags for the VTubers I watch. And there's so many people who create, like, this awesome art. And I want to create it, like, right then and there. And I realize that I have to first be able to draw a hand, like, lying flat on the desk before I could draw the hand holding a sword, right? Or doing anything cool, or doing, like, a weird hand gesture. Oh, but I just wish I could be good at it. But that's also what makes art so special, is that you can't, it's one of those things that you can't just be good at. Like, you really do have to put in the work. Oh, but sometimes I wish I could just, like, sometimes I wish it was easy. But if it was easy, it wouldn't feel as rewarding. And that's what's nice. When you draw something that you're really proud of after, like, a lot of work goes into it, you feel really good. I mean, and is it like a professional drawing? No, but then you look at, like, where you were 2-3 months ago, and you're like, wow, like, you see the progress that you make. I think it's really important to have, like, a sketchbook. You can go back and see the progress you're making. I think that's really motivating. It doesn't help much since once bodies are involved in trying to angle it and to make it proportional, I fall far flat. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I think your bug got bigger. Wait, did he? This guy here? Did he get bigger? I'll pet him. Still a little baby. I don't know what this guy is. Is he a bug? He looks like a bug. Although if he was a bug, he wouldn't be in my room. I would not be so chill. I do not like bugs. Well, this isn't bad, really. I mean, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. It looks very blocky, but I think that's fine. Let's do a final ink on it. Do a final ink on it, and we'll call it for drawing. That one magnet Pokemon, Magnemite? Technically, there's 3 magnet Pokemon. Sorry. Magnemite, Magneton, and Magnezone. I'm sure I'm missing. I'm sure there's another line now. By now, there's gotta be. One day, press, your line art will be so good. That day is not today, but one day. That day is, from how this is going, that day is very far off, press, but it'll be here one day. I just thought my hands are so shaky. They're such shaky hands. I always have. Technically, the first form is just one. You're right. Is magnezone multiple magnets? It is. I never even noticed that. I didn't notice the two eyeballs on the side for some reason. I guess I just thought it went from magnemite to magneton and had 3 magnets and then back to 1 magnet. But I guess this makes more sense. I always liked when I was a kid doing the magnemite sound, or like what they sounded like in the anime. I would always do that. I should do these on separate layers, but no. I really like the music in this game, and I like that it's royalty free. I just like lo-fi music in general. I'm the guy who's like listening to Lo-Fi Girl while he works all day. I could probably do to change the width of some of these lines, but we'll come back to that. Deadly Jimmy makes great lo-fi. Wait, did you see? Was Deadly Jimmy on here? They do credit the artist, I believe, at the top sometimes. Deadly Jimmy. I will look him up. I always wondered how people got on the Lo-Fi Girl account. Like, do you submit your songs and they play them? I assume that's what it is. That was a good line, Chris. What a line. Never mind, it's a little too curvy. Take it back, Chris. Shit line. It's not that bad. That line sucked, to be honest. Didn't see it, but it's probably subpar. It wasn't that good. It wasn't that good of a line. For what it's worth, I went back and fixed it. Just slightly. Just ever so slightly. But a perfect line, it was not. Share my screen while I draw. I gotta find a good way to get it from my iPad to my computer though. If I still used Clip Studio Paint, it'd be less of a problem. Like, so I guess I could. But I don't really feel like resubscribing if I have to. I don't know if I have to. I'm going to assume that my trial ended. Or not trial, but they give you, when you buy a Wacom tablet, at least at the time, I don't know if they still do, they give you, I think it's a year of Clip Studio Paint, at least in the deal that I got. But my year has come and gone. Now that's a line. Not bad. Looking at it. Best lines are the ones in a right triangle. It's a cool ass shape. It's hard to argue with that. A right triangle is nice. Right angles are very aesthetically pleasing now that I think about it. I like cylinders. I like drawing cylinders. I like looking at cylinders. They're like the baseline for a lot of what you do when you're drawing like human anatomy. Or I guess when you're drawing like a stylized version of human anatomy. Yeah, I like cylinders. But right triangles are cool. Right triangles are cool. Honestly, this is not bad. I guess I can check off draw. So I'm technically done with everything that I needed to get done. What I could, I'm gonna focus a little more on the eyes. I really like this. I'm actually very focused, which I'm a little surprised at. I was wondering how focused I was gonna be if I was also streaming, but no, I quite like this. I think I'm gonna do this more. Spheres are too high cortisol for me. Okay. What? We gotta talk. What is this? Why do I keep seeing everybody say cortisol within the past week? Am I way late to this trend? Is this a newer trend that has just started to pick up? I can't scroll 5 times on any social media without someone talking about cortisol. What am I? Is this the new 6-7? Like, what am I missing here? I'm clearly missing something. Too much math involved in those formulas, and it's impossible to make a perfect one for a sphere? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess to draw a sphere, you can't really do it without shading, right? Am I wrong? Like, that's a Google search away. I don't think you really can. Can you draw a sphere without shading? Oh, I guess you need the guidelines, the contour lines. But you could still do it if you had the contour lines. Spheres are alright. I like sports, so there are a lot of spheres in sports, so I guess I'm a little biased. Similar to 6-7, but a little more niche. Okay. High cortisol. I'm embarrassed to admit I might not even know what that means. What we got here? Oh, it's a stress manager, according to the AI overview. Why am I reading the AI overview? Let's read Health Direct. The role of cortisol in the body. What is cortisol? It's a steroid hormone made by your 2 adrenal glands located on top of each kidney. When you feel stressed, your body releases more cortisol into your bloodstream. Having the right cortisol balance is important for your health. Interesting. So spheres being too high of cortisol for you means what exactly? I don't understand. I don't understand. Bro said spheres are high cortisol as if its 2D cousin ain't stressful either, but I'll tell you what, the 2D cousin I can sketch in Procreate by forming a circle and holding my pen down and then tapping the screen, and then it gives me a circle. Very convenient. And actually, I have a method for drawing a circle on paper too. I can't remember where I learned it, but essentially you like draw a million circles over top of each other, but you do it very, very lightly, and then you erase where it doesn't match, and then eventually you have a pretty damn near perfect circle. It's very nice. Actually, I can draw a really good circle, believe it or not, like on pen and paper. Low cortisol is the main meme, but high cortisol comes with it. The meme comes with oh, it's from a song. That makes sense. I feel like 6-7 was from a song. It's always from a song. If you want a low cortisol state, the triangle can't be beat. Yeah, that's what Citrus said. He said right triangles. I like them. I like them. Not as much as I like cylinders. I love a good cylinder, but I'm a firm believer that all memes have meanings and slowly lose them, but low high cortisol never had a meaning in the first place. I mean, to be fair, I don't think 6-7 really had a meaning, did it? I can't say 6-7 ever had a meaning. But I'm glad I at least, it's so funny that you said that, Citrus, because I remember seeing high cortisol today, and I said, I'm gonna ask on stream later. And then I totally forgot, and then you brought it up anyway. Okay, perfect. Now I know what's going on. Post a perfect circle on your YouTube community tab after stream. No, I don't want to be criticized. It's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be perfect. I haven't done it in a while. I'll practice and then I'll do it. I haven't drawn traditional in a minute. SpongeBob can draw a good circle, right? He just draws the entire face and erases it. Right. Well, I finished everything I had to do. Let's run 10 more minutes of something. Honestly, what I'll probably end up doing is just comparing what I've drawn to the reference and just pointing out where it doesn't match up. A little bit of review. But I do like these chill streams. I think I'm going to do these more. I probably, like I said earlier, won't plan them. I won't schedule them. But I'll just rip them whenever. These, when I start streaming ranked Valorant and I have to be a little bit more locked in, I don't think I'll schedule because, like, they're not like my usual streams, I guess. I mean, I guess they kind of are. I've just been doing a lot of yapping, but I guess the original premise was that I was supposed to shut up and do stuff. But I've been doing things as I draw, so it's okay. It's actually really helping keep me focused, which is very nice. The thing is, the song was attached to low-high cortisol, but the song doesn't have anything to do with cortisol. I see. This has got to be how my parents felt during Vine, man. I'm lost. I'm lost. That SpongeBob episode was definitely top 10 for me. What a great episode. What a great episode. Was that season 1? I want to do a SpongeBob rewatch. Just of like the first 3 seasons. That show hit on so many levels. And those early seasons did not have a lot of misses. So like, I think a lot, I guess, like, I'm trying to compare what I drew to what they drew. I honestly think that the next sketch I should do should be from like a manga that's not colored. And I think it'll be a little bit easier for me to pick out the line art. I think. Because it's really hard to compare my line art to a finished piece. SpongeBob was great. I know. My friend saw the new movie. She said it was not good. The one with SpongeBob, big guy, pants okay. You know what I'm talking about? Big guy. SpongeBob, big guy, pants okay. Draw buff Jack in the Box next. Who? Jack, like the guy you wind up in the toy and he springs out, that Jack in the Box, or like the the fast food chain, or is there? Oh wait, are you talking about the clown from the fast food chain logo? You talking about him? Jack in the Box mascot. Jack Box. His name is Jack Box. Full name Jack I Box. Wow. I didn't know this dude was like a... Wow, I thought he was just a logo. No, this is a full-on guy. You learn something new every day. He's in television commercials. See, we don't have Jack in the Box where I'm at. I've had it. Thought it was pretty good. But we don't have it where I'm at. Why? I just stumbled upon a Reddit thread that says, I need to know who else has had a crush on the Jack in the Box mascot. Now, hang on. Hey, to each their own. He's a handsome fella. He's always wearing a suit, it looks like. Is it the same guy? I guess I was expecting like a mascot costume. It's really just the head. And then a guy dressed in a suit. I wonder if it's always the same dude, or if they just put any guy in a suit and put the head on him and say, you're Jack Box today. That sounds like a Hear Me Out character, not gonna lie. I'm gonna be real. It might be a good one. This is a good Hear Me Out. He seems like a good guy. That's funny. Is this guy in Fortnite? This seems like something that would be in Fortnite. Is Jack Box in Fortnite? Oh my gosh, Jack in the Box is from Fortnite. He is in Fortnite. That's crazy. But it looks like maybe it's only in a custom map. It's not. Yeah, it's just for the Jack in the Box creative map. I guess he didn't get a skin. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Hello, Caleb. Welcome in. Hope you had a good weekend. He is in Fortnite, yes. But only as a mini game. And I think the mini game is gone. From what I'm seeing. So you probably can't go see him anymore. But at one point, he was from Fortnite. That's a great idea for a skin. I can't believe they didn't make that a skin. Epic Games, I'd like to talk. I think I have quite the idea for you. No. I'm done buying Fortnite skins for a while. I bought Kafka from Honkai Star Rail. And I bought Hoshimachi Suisei, who is a VTuber that came to Fortnite. The first HoloLive VTuber that came to Fortnite. And so I said, okay, I am now putting my wallet down. I have bought enough. I have given Epic Games enough of my bank account. We're good. All the fast food mascots in Fortnite. Feel like they could get away with a pretty darn good game mode like that. I doubt all of the major corporations would bite, though. For an official collab, anyway. Jackbox versus Grimace versus the Burger King. 1v1v1 box fights. Epic, I'd like to talk. Well, he seems like if Jackbox is supposed to be, I don't know if he's the mascot or if he's like the mascot of the CEO. I do read some stuff that it is the CEO. I don't know if that's true. Well, I've learned quite a bit this stream. Learned about cortisol, about Jack in the Box. You never know what you're gonna learn, huh? I think I'll call it. Here. I got done everything that I needed to get done. This was a success for me, man. This is exactly what I was looking for. I wanted to stream for a little bit. I had some stuff I wanted to get done. I struggled. The reason that I think this works well for me is I struggle to lock back in after my 9 to 5. A lot of the times when I'm editing videos or doing shorts or stuff like that, all that stuff is done like in the early morning. I wake up for it. But if I don't wake up for it in time is when sometimes it'll slip by me because I'm usually so crashed by the end of the workday that I don't have the motivation for any of it. I think I've talked about it from a writing perspective, but sometimes my brain feels so fried and so like tired that I struggle to lock in if I don't write first thing in the morning. But whenever I stream for whatever reason, my energy levels, is it my cortisol? My cortisol goes up? Does that make sense? My energy levels go up. And so I was like, maybe I could do it while I stream. And it worked. It worked. This was pretty par for the course of what I was expecting. I'd like to decorate the room a little more, but no, this was good. All right. We'll get one more good job in there. But that's going to do it for this one. I think I'm going to call it. I've been on a Valorant grind, so maybe I'll go play some Valorant or something. But I'll call it. I think this is fun. Press gets the low cortisol buff when he streams. Oh, is it low cortisol? It's low cortisol I want. I see. High cortisol bad, low cortisol good. I understand. Bye, Press. Bye, Citrus. Bye, Drio. Bye, Caleb. Thanks, y'all, for stopping in. I know this isn't like my usual stuff. Won't stream tomorrow, but I will have a stream Wednesday. Ace Attorney. We're going to keep on chugging along at Ace Attorney on Wednesday. I know that this one started a little earlier. Ace Attorney will be back to 7 o'clock Eastern time, so whatever time that means for y'all. I will see you there. But happy Monday. Happy Monday. Drill, I think I just saw you take 2 messages back. Was there those 2 typos? Sorry, not trying to call you out. Take care, Depresso VTuber. Take care, Drill. I didn't see the other ones. I didn't see them. Enjoy the rest of your evening. You too. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy your Tuesday. If I see you Wednesday, cool. If not, enjoy the rest of your week. Catch you later, guys. See ya. Thanks for working with me. This was fun. See ya. Bye.